Hi guys. Let's try this again, shall we? See if I actually show up, see if you can actually hear me, see if everything is good. Because I really don't want to have to go through everything we went through yesterday. I actually started off rebooting my computer before we even got on so that hopefully we won't have any issues. So let me know if you can see, if you can hear me, how everything is going for you guys. And we are gonna hopefully get started here in like a few minutes. Just want to give like a couple extra people a little bit of time to run in and give my computer enough time to finish telling me all of the different, notifications you get as soon as the computer starts. Why? Why do we get why? Like it's so irritating, but yeah. All right. So yesterday we had, oh my gosh, me and Adobe, there's like 17 million like Adobe things that pop up some days. Like I need to know every font that is connecting, every time the computer turns on. Hey Richard, Stream Hoppers Unite. Awesome. How was Andy's stream? Was it good? Or are we still going? What's going on? Let me know. Hello. We're gonna say happy birthday again. Um, so, oh yay. Um, so yesterday we kind of got started, and we started off going over our databases. We talked about how one of Notion's big strengths is also one of its kind of big weaknesses is that it's just so much. It feels like it is just so much. And so we kind of broke it down that we are going to be working with basically 6 databases. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can go ahead and get into this. And hopefully we don't have any issues. Okay, so basically what we were doing was we're starting off with 6 databases. And we're going to take our task list, our calendar, writing projects, series Bible, characters, and book tropes. And we are going to turn them into this lovely page. So that is what we are working with today. So, whoops, that was the wrong one. So we're going to start on our workshop page. Like I said, we have our databases. We built all of them out yesterday. We built our task list. We built our calendar, which doesn't really have anything on it because we haven't populated it yet. We did our writing projects and we came up with kind of like 2 blank writing ideas that I just kind of pulled out of my head. The mountain man's mountain girl and the city girl's mountain man. So we have those 2. Obviously we have our series Bible, which this is what we're going to do a lot today. And then we also have our characters. We set up our character list. We have Reggie, Stacy, and Alan. Alan and Stacy are Reggie's parents. So I'm actually going to move them down there. And the way I did that was if you hover over any line, you get like the 6 lines and you can just like click that and hold it and drag people where you want them to be. So like, let's put Alan up at the top if we want. So see, and then obviously it selected it. So you have to unselect, but, we came up with like the nicknames, the ages, eye colors. So basically we kind of built out our character profile, if you will. So, and then we also did our book tropes, where we kind of put in some book tropes, linked it to the 2 books that we made. And okay, so here's where I wanted to show, like if we go into age gap, because like it says last edited. Okay, so let's say we go into, actually, let's do this. We're going to go to our writing project. We're going to come up with another insane mountain man type of story. So we're going to say, let's see. The you know what? I brought my keyboard in here so I wouldn't be typing sideways like I was yesterday, and I could actually get like the typing correct today. Okay, so the mountain man finds a woman. Why not? So there we go. So what we're going to do is we actually are going to open this up. We are going to add our template to it that we created yesterday. And if you weren't here yesterday, but you want to know how we did this, go back, watch the workshop yesterday. It's going to give you lots of different things that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick like about 3. So we have, again, a mountain man. Let's go with the age gap, and let's throw in small town. So we've added those 3 tropes. So when we go back over to our tropes, you will see that they're here. However, this did not edit. So maybe you have to go in and click something. You do have to go in and click something. So that lets you know the last time it has been edited automatically. I thought it would do it when you added something here, but I guess not. But I wonder if you go in here and you add, let's see, the mountain man finds a woman. If you add it here, it does update as well. So those are 2 different ways that you can kind of update and see the last time that you use certain tropes. So yes, so we are going to get into building our series Bible, and then we are going to go into putting it all together, which is a bit. So as I said yesterday, sorry, I had something pop up on my phone. I am going into my I have the Notion app on my phone, and so I tend to go into this so I know kind of how I kind of put stuff together so that I have a general idea of what we are doing. So we're going to put together our series Bible, and we're going to do it the same way that we did yesterday, which is creating a template. Okay. So, whoa, my phone decided to fall on me so that I can't see what we have. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we're going to go into our series Bible. We're going to come over here, and this is the same way you create any template in any database. We covered this yesterday. You're going to hit this down arrow over here by new, and you're going to click new template. And I like to make it full page. You know, some people can do it all in that one little section. I like to be able to see what I'm working with. And so I'm going to I'm going to turn on my keyboard, and I'm going to put in series Bible, and I'm doing the WS so I know exactly which templates I'm working with, or which databases rather. Okay, so once we do that, we're going to come over here, and again, like I said, I like to make it full width. You can also change it to a small text, which makes it like that. I'm leaving it just plain text because I want you guys to be able to see as much of it as you can. You also can change to a serif or a mono, or leave it default. Either way, whatever makes you happy. If you don't want this add a comment, like you're just working on this Bible yourself, you're not sharing it with, say, like an editor or a co-writer or anything like that, you can come over here to this customized page, and the space where it's top level page discussions, you can turn that off to make it go away, or you can leave as is. So yeah, there we go. So the first thing that I do is I change this tags to notes, simply because if something pops up, I want to be able to kind of have that full right in front of me. And as we talked about yesterday, I tend to look at this section in a journalism sort of way, like kind of like old newspapers. Like everything that's the most important is above the fold. Everything that's still important but isn't like pop right in your face is below the fold. And so this for me is like the fold. So this stuff is the things that are kind of the important stuff. It's above the fold. So I put in the notes, and then I also will do a status, and I will do I keep the not started, but over here in the progress, I do add some things. So I will add current series because this is the one that I'm working on. I will also put upcoming series. So if I know which one is next, and then I will also actually change in progress. And if you just click the little like arrowy button, you can come over here and then you can put, and you can do that for any of them. You can change the colors, whatever it is that you want to do. You can move these around, like if I want current series above upcoming series. And then I also do, I don't do done, I actually do published, but I'm going to add the other ones first. I'm going to put paused, because sometimes you pause something or you are waiting on someone to get something back to you. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm also going to put in, again, I'm going to do that back burner. Sometimes we have ideas and then, we don't end up doing anything with them. I'm also going to change this color to brown. I'll change the pause to gray. And then I do change this to published. Or fully published, I'm sorry. Because this is when, you've published all of your books that are in that series. So, hey, Deidre. So I add that status right here. And then I also will add, and this is because I write in multiple genres. If you don't worry about it. But I do add a just so I know what it is. As well as I do change this to you can have it be a select or multi-select. Let's go with the select. And then I will just add my options like romance. Let's try romance. Super natural. Sci-fi. Mystery. And if you get here and then you're like, oh, you know what? I might write a mystery romance, or I might write a supernatural mystery or supernatural romance. And so you don't want it to be this. You don't want it to be where you can only select one. You can come up here to type and just click that and go multi-select. And then your things still stay there, but it just changes how that works for you. So yeah. So then you have your genre. I'm going to move this up so it's like that. And then anything else that you want to add, you can add it right here. And one of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to add a property, and I'm going to do that relation property again. So I'm going to come down here to relation. I am going to pick our writing projects database. Okay. I'm going to add the relation. And what this does is we can keep track of what books are in the series. So there we go. So that's what I generally put at the top. Down here, I do the 2 columns again. So you can, if I recall correctly, let's try it. I think you could do the backspace, and you can type in 2 and just get 2 columns. And there you go. And so I will do a call out here. I like to sometimes, if I'm doing indexes, do a call out. And the reason why is because then I can put all of like my index pages in this one spot. So I'm going to write index right here because they're like neat and organized. I love a good neat and organized. And then I'm going to come over to here and I'm going to put um, series tab. Okay. Then I'm going to come back over here and I'm just going to type out my index of things that I want here. So I want, and I do a bracket thing and I type series because you remember yesterday I was like, you do want to name these pages so that you know which one, you don't have just a bunch of notes and research or additional information. Like you know exactly which one you're working with. So I'm going to type notes and research. I am going to type series. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Series history and culture. You know what's really great is maybe not having your mouse where you can't see what you're typing. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna put in series, additional. Really, Tiffany? We're gonna spell additional information correctly. And then I also do series. Oops. Numbers as well as, and this is a personal conversation if you want to keep your graphics or just graphics you're going to use like for internet or whatever it is, you could put those there. Hey Barrett, have fun at work. Hey Eva, glad to see you guys here. So these are like our pages that we're going to work with. Okay, so I'm going to turn this into a page. I'm going to turn this into a page. Basically, I'm going to go through and turn all of these into pages is what we're going to do. So you don't have to like, or I don't have to keep, whoops, I did that wrong. I don't have to keep saying, oh, I'm going to turn this into a page. I'm going to turn this into a page. What I am now going to do though, is I am going to highlight them all. I always forget that I have to kind of start from below it in order to do it. Come on, Tiffany. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Okay, we are just, normally I can highlight them all and move them all in one time. I don't know why it's not letting me do it right now. So you could just drag and drop each one individually. Oops, I was not supposed to do that. So we are going to fix that as well. I'm going to show you how to fix something if you do that. I dropped the series information or additional information here. So you're just going to open it up and just click here, the little 6 icons, move to guys, I think I named this wrong because I don't know what it is. I did. I forgot to put in the template. Because I was like, hold on, why do I not have one that says template with the WS? Okay, so there we go. So now I can go in here. See, this is what I mean. This is why you want to label things correctly so that you know exactly what, see, now I know exactly which one it's going to. So I'm going to click the series template. It's going to move it out of there. And then we have it back here. And then we can just put it where we want it to go. And there we go. I'm also going to move, again, if you hover in between any 2 columns, you should get this line. You can move it over. I like to actually see all the words, so maybe like right there. I also like to maybe sometimes have, like if I have a series book cover, or one that I've made, I will add it right up under here so I can have that picture. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to write in characters and locations. Okay. Now I'm not going to make these into pages. What I am going to do is make them into headers. I like using header 3. You can use any of the headers. 3 is the smallest. So that is completely up to you, whichever way you want to do it. I also like giving them a highlight. And I normally, okay, so like gray or brown is my default highlights. If I'm going to just give something a highlight until I know like what my color code is for a series, or like how I want to put something in a series, like what colors I want to use. And then I will go back in and change it like when I actually open the series. But generally, this is my first thing. Okay. And then once we have that, we're going to come back down here and we are going to put publishing calendar. And we are going to also turn this into a header. And we are going to make that the gray again. So we're going to come over here to the task and we're going to click enter. We're going to back click again and we're going to start typing link because we want to link view of database. So we're going to come here. Now, instead of doing a new database, which is how we built all the other databases, we actually are going to come over here and we are going to look for our task. Here we go. We have our task list. So we are going to link that table view here. Okay. We're going to come to our characters and we're going to hit enter again. And we're going to do the same thing, backslash, link. And so fun fact, it could just be my computer. If I type LI, I get all the link things. If I type LIN, for some reason, I only get linked to page. Go figure. So find which one works for you. But this time we're going to do the same thing. We're not going to create a new database. We're going to come over here and we're going to link to our character database. Okay. So these are our characters that we saw before. Alan, Stacy, Reggie. All right. And we're going to come down here to our publishing calendar. Going to do the same thing. We're going to link our calendar once I find it. And there we go. And we're just going to do calendar view. And we're good. All right. The only place we're going to do something different, Ellen plus page, LOL, because that makes perfect sense, of course, is under location. We're going to come here and we are going to do a database, but we are going to do a new database. The reason why I do a new database versus just doing one big database and then linking everything to it is because each story, like some stories have huge worlds, some stories have little worlds. Some stories have lots of different places. Some just have like one or two. So the reasoning why I do a few, or why I do my own in each individual page, is because for me and my mind, it is easier to not have to scroll through 18,000 places that you come up with just to find like two. But if it does work for you, you can make just a location database and link it the same way we did the calendar, the same way we did the characters, the same way we did the task. Okay. I like to do a gallery view because I like to see pictures of what my places are. And we're going to put a new database here. And we're going to title it. And I do that same thing with the series. And then locations. Or town view, or whatever it is that's going to work for you. But basically, this is our template for this. Now, guys, this right here is where we're going to start to rubber meets the road, if you will. we're going to start going in. We're going to start editing. We're going to do a lot. So stay with me. Okay. We're going to go into these pages first. And basically all I'm going to do is just make them full pages. I am going to make them empty. And just me personally, I like to have certain bullet points. So I like to put like book title ideas. I maybe, do some little dots or enters. And then I will do like notes, a couple of enters, research, a couple of enters, lines to use. And then sometimes I will do links. Sometimes I keep the links under the research, just depends. And then I just go in and I make these all headers. That's about it. You can put in like bullet lines if you want here. You can put in check marks if you want. Like if you wanted to put a check mark here, you can like do the 6 dots and add it's called a to-do list as opposed to a checkbox. But you can have that. So if you add lines and then you did use them, you can check it off when you do. Again, you can come here and add a bullet list, just to get you started. Whatever will make it the easiest for you. This just works for me. I make it very simple because I know I'm going to drop a ton of stuff in there when I get into my things. History and culture, same thing. I do an empty page. I come over here, change it to full width. I'm done. I don't even bother putting history and culture on here. I just do a full page. I'll figure it out when I get there. Because sometimes I don't actually need a history or a culture for the story that I'm doing, but that's what I do. Additional information, same thing. Empty page, full width. Now, and graphics, same thing. Empty page, full width. And graphics is like when you decide you want to add a graphic, you can do that backslash and just type in image and then upload it from your computer. Please be aware if you are on the free plan, which I believe most of us will be, you do want to keep your file size under 5 megabytes. And trust me, it will tell you if you go over the 5 megabytes. It does not mean that you've, used up all of your storage or anything like that. It just has this big line that comes up and it's like, nope. And until you kind of get out of it and get back into it, you were going to see that red line. So you just add that. And again, if you want to do multiple ones, if you want to keep that kind of there, you can drag and you'll see this little blue line right here at the edge. That's how you can make multiple columns on here. You could do the same thing where you move it over, keep it the same. You can add multiple columns. I've had I think 6 across at one point. However many you need. And so you could just put your graphics here. Here is where we're actually going to do something a touch different. We are going to do an empty page. And we are going to do full width. But we are going to add an additional database. We're just going to do an inline database. And we are going to, once more, call this series publishing numbers. And here you can do, I like to do book title. Here I might do, if I can connect it, platform, as well as edit property. And I will add in like Amazon, as well as KDP, or you could do Kindle Unlimited, because I think that was what I was actually thinking. If you do like Barnes and Noble, draft to digital, Kobo, and you could also just do wide if you just want to do that and group all your numbers together. So I like to do that as well. So you can have your platforms. I generally go in and I'm going to pick a number and I will put, actually you can do downloads or purchases, however you want to do that. And so you have that. You can come in, I will do a number again, and I will do page reads because I am currently in Kindle Unlimited. And you can click the X or just click off of it. You can do number again, and you can do estimated royalties. Now, here's where I'm going to change something. We're going to come over here where it says number format, and it says number. I'm going to click that, and I'm actually going to go down to US dollar. If you're Canadian, you can do Canadian dollar. If you're European, you can do European, pound, yen, ruble, won. I'm not even going to try to mess up everybody's currency. But you can pick it if you want percentages. If you want numbers with commas. So, I mean, like if you were just getting those page reads and you have 1,360 page reads or downloads, God bless you. But if you also want to have the commas in there, you can click that as well. I normally just do US dollars if I'm doing estimated royalties. And there we go. And then you could put in numbers and you can put in actual royalties. Once more, we're going to go to that number and we're going to pick US dollars, not Canadian dollars. And there we go. So you can have whatever your title is. You can have your platform, your downloads, your page reads, estimate royalties, actual royalties. You can even do, if you want to know, like you could do a select and you can put in month or year, however you want to keep track of it. And you can put in, I'm so not about to sit here and put in all the months. But, okay, so here's a trick I do. If I am going to put in the month, I start with December and I work my way back up. And the reasoning why, I'm going to show you. If I start, we're in October right now. So if I do October and then I do November, watch where November goes. It goes on top of October. And if I do December, then it goes on top of November. So I will start with December and work my way back up so I don't have to reorganize, like that December is the last of the year and November 2nd to last in October. So I will do like that. And I will just start December, November, October, September, August, so forth and so on until we get to January. And so there you go. So that's the only one that I kind of do a little bit differently. All right. Here's where we're going to get into it, guys. Roll up your sleeves, get yourself a drink, grab your pen, your paper, your notes. We're about to hit it. Okay. Here is where we're going to get crazy. We're going to get crazy. Okay. Right now we have where this is just a straight task list. What we want is we wanted to be able to work with whatever books we are actually working on. Like we want just what books are in this series. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to tags. I like to do it as a tag more so than as a relation. I just find it easier. I'm going to come here to tags. I'm just going to click over here. Oh, we have this marketing. Okay. We're going to do another tag. We're going to make it where it's called books in series. Let's just go with that. We are going to click down here where it says the paper thing or the text, but we are going to go in here and we are going to make it, let's make it a multi-select. Right now, the books that we have are in the Mountain Man series. So I'm going to put in Mountain Man because right now that's the only series we have. Sounds good. Ava. She's already lost me. Okay, so that's all I'm going to put in. Okay. What I am going to do is I'm going to come up here to where it says filter. There's two ways that you can get to filter. You can click filter right here, or these little three dots over here by the new. You can click that and then go down to filter. Either one will work. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to click filter. We're going to filter this first by, I'll have to rewatch like 5 times to get it. Okay, we're going to come in and we're going to click books and series. We're not going to click anything. We're just going to click books and series. Okay. But we are going to add another filter. This one, we are going to filter by date. And we're going to come up here where you have like these little 3 dots. I know it's kind of hard to see on here. We're going to go into an advanced filter. And what we're going to do is we are going to say date. Whoops, it's this one. Is. So the second one where it says it's relative to today, we just wanted to say is. Okay. And then we are going to say today. What this is going to do is you notice how all those lines disappeared. Oh, yeah, we did a lot yesterday, Nia. All of those disappeared. Okay. I'm going to come up here where it says table and I'm going to rename it. How did I get there? Sometimes even when you know what you're doing, you can like do some weird stuff. So we go back into the series Bible. I don't even know how I got there. I clicked rename. There it goes. Okay. We're going to do this as today. All right. So we have our today screen. What we're going to do is we are going to click the plus sign. We're going to duplicate we're going to click the task. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click today. Okay. So we have the same view. What we're also going to do is go to filter. We're still going to leave the books and series, but over here under this one rule where it says date, start date, we're going to go is. You can go yesterday, or you can do or start date and you could go is before today. So this is going to give you anything that isn't done. I also forgot one more thing. We're going to add another filter and we're going to go by status and we're going to check the to do and the in progress. So anything that is done is not going to show up there. All right. And we're done. And we are going to rename this one. Yes, this is the right one. We are going to rename it. You can name it past task. You can name it like still waiting, not done, previous, like whatever works for your head. Okay. So what you have is you have the today list. The one thing I did forget, we need to add that same filter over here for the status, where we just want to see the things that are in the to-do and the in progress. We don't want to see things that are done. So what will happen is if I put in a task, right here, you see it automatically comes up with today's date. Let's say we are doing whatever we're doing here. Okay. If I go into past, you see that that doesn't show up because it's not there for tomorrow. Okay. Now, if we come back tomorrow, it would show up here because obviously it has not been completed. So we're going to delete that. I really only put it there to show you. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this filter. So all of that goes away. and I'm going to hit these 3 dots next to the task list. And this is just a personal preference. I like to hide the database title. Up to you. You can leave it there. You cannot. So I'm going to hide the database title, and we're good. So you have today and you have past tasks. We're going to come down here to characters. And pardon my screen. It does this thing like whenever I try to scroll where it highlights the whole thing. It's very annoying. And what we're going to do is we are going to add a relation. Now, even though we're adding it here, it's going to show up on our character database. Okay. So we're going to add a relation here. We're going to scroll down and we're going to put relation, and we're going to relate it to our series Bible. Make sure that's the right one. I'm going to hover over here. Yep. Okay. So we're going to relate it to our series Bible, and we're just going to add the relation. So what that means is, and you can close that. When we come in, it's going to let us pick whatever's the series Bible. Now we're going to go up here and we're going to filter one more again. And this is a simple filter. We're just going to filter this by series Bible. And again, not going to pick anything. We're just going to filter it by series Bible. Okay. We're going to hide the filter. And again, I like to hide the database. I also like to see my people. So sometimes I will go in and I will go with the characters, but I will make it a gallery view so I can see the people, like if I have pictures and stuff like that. But if you do that, you do need to do that same filter. So you do want to do it filter by series Bible. Don't pick anything. Just click that. And then also I do like to hide my database. So there we go. Your location is just here. So you don't even have to filter anything on your location. You don't do anything yet to the location. And then down here on your calendar, once more, you're going to do a filter. You are going to do it by tags. There is no tags yet, so we're just going to let that go. And then close it. And again, I like to hide the database. So there we go. Our template is basically set. Okay. So we're going to go back out. I'm going to type in Mountain Man series again, guys. Maybe don't put your mouse over where you can't see what you typed. So I'm going to put Mountain Man series here. I'm going to do like a billionaire series because we already decided billionaires were like big nowadays. And then we are going to type in I live in Missouri. We're going to say we have a Missouri group. We have a Missouri series. There we go. Because I couldn't think of another one. All right. I also tend to move the status over. I move the writing projects. And I move the genres. Okay. So let's say this is our current series. Let's say the Billionaire series is our upcoming series. And the Missouri series is on the back burner. All right. The Mountain Man, because we have these Mountain Men stories, we are going to add these to our stories. I also sometimes will scroll it out, so maybe we have a little less light going down the page. But there we go. We're good. So if you go into writing projects and you click on here, you will see. Oh, I didn't do where it clicks back. Oh, yeah, here it is. You do have where it clicks back and it has Mountain Man series here. Now you can expand this where you could see it in an open space. You also can add a property here where you do put Mountain Man. where you're linking it to the specific story series Bibles, whatever works the best for you. If you want to see that, drop it in the chat. I will show you how to do that. If you go over here to task list, you will see we have this books and series now, as well as we have the Mountain Men. We can add another one. What did we say? The Billionaires series. So we can add that. We also can add, what was that other one? Missouri. There you go. So we have a bunch of different series. So now you will notice the today and tomorrow is not here. If you want to do that, you can filter here as well. I generally don't do it as much on this one. I like this to just stay as its own list. Mostly I do it like when I'm linking to this database there. Because if you do it right, you rarely have to come into that full page. Same with calendar. Again, you're not going to see that filter. It is there though, but it's not on here because we don't have it here. But we do have it on the writing projects, or well, you can see it, the writing projects. Characters, again, because I didn't change it, but I did change it to series Bible. So let's say Alan, Stacy, and Reggie are all in the Mountain Man series. So we're going to do that. There we go. You also, if you want to know which story they're in, you can now do another filter. You can do a relation, and you can select writing project, add relation. And so what that will give you is then you can pick like maybe their Mountain Man finds a woman, City Girl, or something like that. So let's say their Mountain Man finds a woman. So we're going to add that to those. There we go. All right. So pretty much we have everything set up. That's it. I am going to go in and I'm going to open this and click that template because I'm going to show you how I set up the template then once we have that set. So we're going to come in here because we have our template. And books and series, we're going to filter that for Mountain Man because that's the series we're working with. Hide the filter. Past things, we're going to filter that with Mountain Man. Hide the filter. Series Bible, we're going to filter that for Mountain Man. Hide it. Gallery, once more, we're going to filter it for Mountain Man. Hide it. Location, like I said, you don't have to do anything there. And here we are going to add a tag because we didn't have this tag before, but we are going to add in Mountain Man. Oh, you know what? Can't do that yet because you do have to, I forgot about this part. You do have to create some type of template, or you do have to go in and click one and then add that tag. So what we would do then is under tags, we would go in and just edit the property, put in again with the silly. And then you are going to have an untitled on there, but now you can filter it for Mountain Man. So there you go. Everything's filtered for just this series. And then I would go in and I'd put like Mountain Man or MM right here. So I know which, task lists these are, or which pages these are for. I would do the same for locations. You're good. So now all of your databases are set up. Once you have all of your databases set up, now it's just a matter of putting your page together, like your main base page. So we're going to go back to where it says workshop page. And again, I'm going to do full width. I like to add a cover image. So I'm just going to click cover image. I'm going to click cover, what is it? Cover something up there. You can use the Unsplash image. You can create your own. You can upload one. You can link to one. So if you find one someplace else, you can drop the link there, including GIFs. Like, again, as long as it's not under or over like the 5, I think is it the 5 megabytes? Or maybe that's still if you're uploading. I think that's still if you're uploading. You can upload a GIF, even if it's, as long as it's not over 5 millibytes. Like, I'm pretty positive. Pay no attention to the randomness that I have saved on my computer. It's ridiculous. Oh, I know this is a GIF. Okay. And I don't think it's over 5. Nope. Okay, so let's say we open that and you'll watch. So see, you can even upload a GIF. Change cover, that's what it says. You can reposition it. So let's say you just want to see that part, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm going to actually look for Unsplash, and I'm going to put in writing. And let's pick this one. It looks like a desk that a writer would have. And I'm going to reposition it to, let's say right there, and save the position. All right. You can add an icon. Same deal. You can use one of the regular icons or emojis. You can use their icons. And if you want a different color, you can come over here and pick colors. Again, you are limited in your color choice, unfortunately, but you can create a custom one. It even gives you the dimensions, 280 by 280, and you can upload that. I'm just going to use an emoji. I will use, let's go with her. Okay, so how did I build the other page? The first thing I did was I created a toggle, mostly because I wanted the color. So I did the backslash and I just created a toggle list right there, and I gave it a color. We're going to give it yellow. Okay. And then I linked the database for our writing projects, which for some reason isn't coming up there. You can always, if you can't find it, like it's not just showing up right away, you can always just type that in. That's what I've been doing. Writing projects. And then I'm going to create a new view where it's gallery, so we can see that picture of it. And I'm going to add a filter where all it shows is what's in progress. Now, it's not going to show anything because obviously I don't have anything in progress yet. And I'm going to hide the title and the filter. And I'm going to drop this, drag it, and drop it into the toggle. Open the toggle, and there it is. And I'm going to type current. Just going to put in current whip. All right. I am going to now put in task list. I'm going to make this a header. And actually, I want to show you, you can make it a header if you just do that backslash and type H3, you get that same header. And then you can type if that's easier. And then I'm going to take it and drag it to the side. And there we go. And then I'm going to reposition that because I really only want to see like just a little bit of that cover. Hey Morgan, how are you? And then I'm going to add a divider line just because I like dividers. I think it adds a little something, something. And so we have a divider line. Now you can highlight this text and you can make it italics. You can underline it. You can add a color to it. I like to italicize it. Sometimes I will add a color if we want to do just the yellow. And so now it all matches. So there you go. And then up under here, I'm going to give a couple of little returns. And I'm going to do that same thing where I do the backslash and I type in header H3, hit enter. And then I'm going to type publishing. Okay. Hit enter, backslash, and I'll do that divider again. And I am going to, and I like to type in all of my headers basically first, and then drop in all of my other stuff that I want to drop in. So I'm going to do a couple of returns as well. And then that same backslash and the H3, enter. And I'm going to put upcoming series. Actually, I'll put current upcoming series because I think that was what I had before. Current and upcoming series. And here I'm going to actually add a yellow color there. And then over here, I did do, I think I did a call out. That was my bad. I did a call out and I did index. And I don't know why that put that right there, but I'm going to bring it down. Okay. Same thing here. If you want to change the color, make it bold, italicized, make it yellow because everything else is yellow. Totally up to you. So you could do that here. Okay. So this is how I bring everything together. I am going to bring this down because I do want that full size. Or you can keep it over here. Completely up to you. We're going to come back over here and we are going to link the task list. And there we go. Now you would do that same filter that we did in the other one, just not the book list. I also did this as a list here versus having the database. So I will show you how I did that. I went over here to the three dots. Instead of table, I went with list. And then I just customized what I wanted to see. I wanted to, under property shown, I want to see the checkbox and I want to see status and let's say we want to see tags. And so there we go. And you can reorder this, like if you want the checkbox up. I like to actually put the checkbox down. Maybe status. There we go. And then you can filter this again by date. And you're going to come up here to the three dots. Advanced filter. Date is today. And there you go. So the only things that are going to show up is what's listed for today. And you can rename this again and just put today. And then you can copy that again. Go into task. You could do the today task, but maybe do outstanding because you haven't done them yet. You can change the filter, change the rule where today or is before today. So that's anything that wasn't done yesterday. You also, again, I keep forgetting to do this, but you can add the filter where status is in progress and to do. Same here. So that you don't see the stuff that is done. And there you go. You can hide that. You can come over here. It's still hidden. We're good. So you have everything there. Come over to publishing calendar. Again, this is the same. We're just going to link the database. We're going to link our calendar. And once more, we are going to create a different view. I did a timeline view. So therefore, you will only see whatever is scheduled. Mine likes to move a lot, so I find myself just clicking today all the time. But there you go. And then we're going to come over here to current and upcoming series. We are going to, once more, link the database. See, told you, it just shows the page if I just go LIN. Link database, and we are going to link this to our series Bible. And we are going to go back to where, oh, nope, we're going to go to filter, sorry. And we are going to, oh, you guys, I don't, yeah, I did, okay. So now here we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to click where it is current series and upcoming series. Those are the only two we want to see. And there we go. And if you want it, I think on the original one that I had it where you saw, where was a gallery view. So that's the only thing that would be different in this. You can hide that database title. You can hide the filter title. And there you go. So everything basically is set up. The only thing that I haven't done is I didn't link, what is it? I think it's, now I do want to link to a page. And it is the tropes. And I think it was the character list I didn't link to. That's the only thing that we created that isn't on this page. And then I just dropped those under the index. So if you need to get to those, there you go. Now, here's how I made the buttons that are up at the top. Oh, and then I did put the databases in here as well. So we have everything in our I think I put a space in between because that just looks a little clunky to me. Here is where I put those buttons where you can just click and add like a new work in progress, a new anything really quick and easily. I came over here to, let's just move this out where we have like an open space. And I click the back button. Click the back button. And I went over here to where it says button. So I type in BU and I click button. I'm going to add a page to our work in progress or writing projects. And I'm going to name this add new. I'm going to create an untitled page, but I want to do another step because I want to open it up and be able to edit it. Okay. So I'm going to click open page. I like to open it in a side view. And you have to select the page and it's going to automatically populate with new page added, which is what you want. And I'm going to click that. And I'm going to click done. And there's our add a new page button. I did another one. I'll go through that again. Do the backslash, hit the BU. Come down here to where it says button. We're going to add a page to our series Bible. We're going to title this Add New Series. and we want to open it. Again, I like to do it on the side view. You can do a center peek, and then you can do a full page. Okay. Select the page, which is the page we currently added. Done. Let's say you mess that up and you want to do it something different. You will hover over it, you get this little like edit button, and you can click that, and then it will drop down and you can edit. And then when you're done, click done. Now I also did add a task. That's up to you because we do have the task menu right there up top, but I mostly did it because, like I said, I use this on my phone a lot. Sometimes it's easier just to have a button because those show up first. So I'll show you once more again how we do that. /EU button. We're going to add a page, and we're going to go add new. I'm going to spell new right. We're going to select the database, I'm sorry, and we're going to do that to our task list. And then we're going to open page. And this one, I'll leave as a center peek because I don't really need to do a lot to it. So I'll hit done. And then I just drag these up to the top here. And I did where they created columns by hovering where I got that little blue line. And there we go. And then I adjusted them so that they were closer to over here. And I do have a tendency to like a little bit of space in between me up here and sometimes me right there. And there you go. I also did a link where I just wrote writing projects, and I wrote series Bible. Brought that up as well. And at this point, it's just a matter of like playing with the spacing until you're like, yeah, I like that. I like being able to see that here. Let's bring this over so it, looks like it's in the same spacing, and this as well. Maybe give a little bit more space over there, or maybe get a touch more. This is just playing around, aesthetically, like how you want it to look. And then what I did was I highlighted this and clicked link, and then I just linked it to the writing project page, and the same for the series Bible. I just linked it to the series Bible. And there you go. That is basically how you can build out. I didn't want yellow background. I wanted yellow because I was like, that looks really weird. You also, if you wanted to, you could change the color of this whole thing by hitting color. Go gray. And now the whole thing's going to be gray. Thanks, Eva. I love the design of the template, however you do it. So yeah, so this is where you're at. Like you pretty much, this is your full page. Now this is a very simplistic page. You can get crazy with Notion and add all kinds of stuff, but this is like a great start place to how you put everything together. So tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to talk about like how you add a book, how you add a series, how you annotate that while you're doing it, how you can add to your publishing calendar. And the only reason I'm not going to go ahead and do it now is because A, I'm tired. B, I have another meeting after this. And then C, again, as with yesterday, I don't want to overwhelm you. And I know once you start getting into linking databases and pages, it's a lot. So I don't want to put you there like right now. We're going to come up with, we'll probably work with our wonderful mountain man gets a mountain girl. I don't know. But in case in point, let's say that we're in world building with this one. If you go back to the page, it should populate and see now you have that mountain man because it is somewhere in that current or processing status. And you'll see that's the only one that's showing up. So yeah. So tomorrow we're going to add some tasks in. We are going to maybe add a couple of books. We're going to add like another series. We're going to play around and have some good old fun. At least I'm going to have some fun. I hope you guys have some fun as well. But basically that is how you do it. So does anybody have any questions about I stepped away for just a minute, came back, and it's all pretty. What had happened? Oh, D. We put everything together. So you're gonna have to go back and watch the rewatch, hun, because yeah, we put it all together. Like once you have the databases and you understand how to link things and filter, like that's it. It's really a lot of that. Now, again, you can get into some crazy stuff where you were doing like equations and roll-ups and all kinds of different things. For me, that's a little bit of a lot. I like to try to keep it minimally basic. But yeah, if you don't like, seeing these pictures, you can come in. I don't have an image that's like mountain man, mountain girl. But let's go over to Unsplash and let's look up, really? See, I turned off my other thing, and so now I'm writing sideways again. So let's look up mountain. Ooh, this is pretty. Let's go there. We are going to add in a mountain picture. So if you go back to it, now you'll see we have a mountain picture there for our mountain man, mountain girl. Same thing here. Like now here would be a little bit different unless you wanted to put an image here. And okay, so here's a fun fact. I'm going to see if it's going to work this time. Let's go back. Let's go to Unsplash. We're going to pick a different mountain picture. Because this is something we used to have issues with. Let's pick this one because it looks relatively like that, but not quite. Okay. You see how this index is right above it? This is set right now that it will show what's in what's called your main section. So if you go back over, hold on, because I forgot I need to go back to the workshop page. Okay, so it did do it. They used to have it where, and here's where you can change this as well. If you go into the layout gallery and you want to adjust things, if you don't want it to be your page content, you want it to be your page cover or just nothing at all, you can click like one of those. But they used to have it where if this was the first thing, then that was the first thing you saw. So you would actually have to move this picture up above that in order for that picture to show up. So apparently they have fixed that. Yay for us. But there you go. So you would have the picture here, or you could put it up in the cover image and then just have it pick that way. But yeah, so there we go. So we're going to play around tomorrow and just have some fun. It should be exciting. Any questions before I let you guys go? Because I know we kind of Went through a lot of that really fast. I know you guys are waiting for the template because I've given you so much. You're like, I just want a template. Let's just go that way. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I will have it done by tomorrow. The thing is that if we go into the sample thing, I'm basing it off of the sample template and just that I made to show you guys what you can do. You can always borrow my brain, Deidre. But the problem is now I have to like remove all the stuff in order to share it as a template, as well as maybe put in like, just like a little bit of how everything works, or links to the videos. So if someone has questions about it, all the different stuff. And so that is where we are kind of running into it taking a moment to, and me not having it up today. Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I was supposed to write yesterday after I got off of here, and I made dinner and then I fell asleep, which was a really bad idea because A, I needed to write, and B, then I ended up awake until like 4:00 in the morning, but I kept thinking I was going to go back to sleep. So instead of getting up and writing what I needed to write, I laid in bed and I was like, no, this is it. I'm going to go to sleep. I know I am. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then it didn't. So I really could have gotten up and worked on this. I could have gotten up and written what I was supposed to write. I could have done a lot of different things, but no, I just kind of was like, I'm gonna fall asleep. I kept trying to will myself to sleep. Like 4:00 in the morning, when I probably given up and been like, whatever, I'm just gonna get up. Then that was when I actually fell asleep. So that's what we're doing. We're playing catch up today is what we're doing from that. But yeah, so hopefully I will have that done for you guys by tomorrow. That's kind of the goal. But when I do, we'll have it linked down below. But yeah, so has stuff in it. So if you guys got some ideas for that was wild, for like, some book names or some series names or, character names, go with it, play with me, give me like all the stuff tomorrow. Because we're gonna throw it all in there. We're gonna do some fun things. So yeah, it should be great. But this is where I leave you guys. I think that's a movie too, actually. You know what, Eva? You're joking. But if we go into here and we go to my character page, I actually did put in a Ned who is dating Patty because I felt like that was a good combination. And I think I even gave him a picture. Did I give him a picture? I did. Here's our Ned. I gave Ned a name. I gave him a picture. I brought him in so we could have a Ned. Fun fact too, if you have read Speed of My Heart, which is my own personal story, this is actually the character basis that I use for Lucas, and this is the character basis that I use for Sloan. Say what you will, Nia. That's my Ned. However you want to see it, whatever you want to say, I'm calling it. That's Ned. And I really started to mess with you guys because I wanted to look up a picture of the dude that was in Bridgerton that everybody like lost their ish over and throw that in there and name him Ned. That's all I'm saying. So when we come back tomorrow and there's a Ned, don't be surprised if it's that guy. Because I told you, my Ned is sexy. He's Patty's Neddy Bear. Absolutely. So, guys, I'm going to go get something to eat because I have, I don't know, like a few minutes. Don't you dare. I'm just saying, it may happen. That's all I got. I'm gonna do something to eat because I don't know how long I have before my next meeting. Hopefully, time to eat. Okay, so guys, I made chili yesterday, and I have this totally off top, but I we have corn dogs, and I kind of want to heat up, like cook a corn dog in the air fryer, and then add the chili and like some cheese on top of it. What are we thinking of this idea? Because to me, it sounds like it would be great. Could also be because I'm really hungry and like I've had this taste for chili for like a week. So anything chili sounds amazing. Uh, but what are we thinking? Are we thinking that could work? Uh, Morgan says do it. Uh, uh, Deidre says, ooh, chili dogs. I mean, it's not like a regular hamburger bun. It would be like, the corn dog bun or the corn dog outside. What would that be? Crust? No. Um, what is it on the outside of the corn dog? Layering? I mean, why can't I think of what it's called? I know it has a name, guys. I know it does. But I can't think of it. Yes, chili, I know. Breading. That could be it too. Yeah, it's breading. I like that. Cornbread skin. I like that one too. Chili dog with a twist. Batter. I think that's the one I was thinking of is batter. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I kind of have in my head. So I think that might be dinner. I don't know what my father's gonna have for dinner, but I think that's what mine is gonna be for dinner. So yes, that's what I have in my head. I'm very excited for it. I think there's some leftover chicken and like some red beans and rice in there. He can go crazy. Um or he can do the same thing and make, his own corn dogs and add chili or whatever he wants to add to it. Or just have some chili. There's a lot of chili, guys. When I get excited and I'm like really in a chili zone, I sometimes overdo it with my chili. To the point where I have to freeze some of it because I'm just like, okay, I'm sick of looking at chili. So, also fun fact, and then we're definitely getting off of here. So if I make, like yesterday, I had just chili, like in a bowl with some cheese. I put like some tortilla chips with it. I can't do that again today. Like I have to do like a chili dog or like a chili mac or like uh chili some other type of way. So like again, so if I do like the chili corn dog thing today, then if I have something else, or then tomorrow if I still want chili, then I have to do like maybe chili with like chili mac or something. Like I have to mix it up. Like if I have like chicken, like fried chicken one day, then I have to have like, even if I had it with like a green bean or something like that, I have to do like the next day, maybe I have to do like corn with it. Or like maybe with a pasta or like something. I have to like remix it. Exactly. Yay, Morgan's having chili too. I love that you're waiting until Friday. Like there's 2 more days, but I love that that's your game plan. You're like, I know what I'm making for dinner on Friday. We're just gonna skip these other 2. So that's awesome. Or some days I do that too. Like I've had chili 2 days in a row, so tomorrow I may have to have something else, and then like Thursday I can go back to chili. Again, I love that you guys are waiting to make the chili because now D is saying like it's gonna be this weekend. I love that. Oh, I get that. Get through leftovers first. Right now that's kind of my jam. Ooh, we do have some pork chops in the freezer though. I could make that. And we also have a Cornish hen. I could make that as well. But I think I'm going for the chili with the corn dog. You guys have inspired me. Ooh, veggie chili. So I totally thought about that, Princess Bunny, which also I'm not positive that I've ever seen you in any of my streams before. So welcome. We always love when new people are here. So I hope you're getting, some stuff out of this and having fun with it. I thought about the nacho idea as well. My problem with making the nachos was that all I really had was like chips and cheese. So I didn't have anything else that you would normally put on a taco or on a nacho, like a jalapeno. I know some people like sour cream or tomato or like a salsa of some type. I didn't have anything else. So that's the only reason I didn't make nachos out of it, but that sounds amazing. But there also used to be this place when I lived in Colorado that had this like loaded mashed potato, or not loaded mashed potato, it was like loaded but baked potato, and they would do that. Like it had chili on it, it had cheese, it had sour cream, it had like jalapenos, it had like basically all the stuff you would have like on nachos, but it was on a baked potato. And I swear to you guys, the baked potatoes were like as big as your head. Like these were the biggest baked potatoes I've ever seen until I went to this steak place at this casino one time, and theirs were the same. But these were like honestly the biggest potatoes I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I was like, what is happening? But we used to love it. That was one of our favorite places to go for lunch. Okay, I am gonna stop making everybody hungry. I am gonna go make my food so that I have time to eat it before I meet with these other people. And I hope everybody got something out of this. I hope I will see you guys again tomorrow where we kind of start putting everything in and just having like a ball. Like I said, come with your ideas, come with your inspirations. We're gonna throw all of it at the wall and see what sticks. So everybody have a great afternoon or evening wherever you may be. It's still a little afternoonish here for us. Enjoy your evening. If you have writing to get done, we do have a friend who is sprinting tonight. If you guys want to go join that, I don't know if I have the link. If somebody can get to the link before I can get to the link, go for it. Drop that in the chat. That would be great. And seriously, what is this doing? Oh, she did? Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. We don't have a friend who is streaming. Okay. Well, oopsies. Uh, sorry. But tomorrow we will be here 3:00 Central, 4:00 Eastern, 2:00 Mountain, 1:00 Pacific. I think that's right. And all the other time zones around that. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got. It's hard enough figuring out the 4. So yes. Although fun fact, if Eva is still here, I did look up that Chrome calendar. I actually watched a couple of videos. Some people are thinking that it is, like I said, gonna somehow integrate, but they also, I don't know when, because one of the things I was looking at, apparently they thought it was going to integrate like last year and it didn't. But fun fact about the Chrome calendar, it does integrate with your Google Calendar, and you can set it up where you can have multiple time zones like off to the side. So you can schedule it like for your time zone, but you can see like it adjusts with the time zones to show you. Like if I schedule something for 3, it adjusts to show like it would be 4 Eastern, or it would be 1 Pacific, or all the different things. Like you can have that set up on the side. So I thought that was kind of cool for those of us who schedule like streams and different things like that. But it also looked a little clunky. In my opinion. Yeah, there was a lot of colors. You could color code some things, like the guy's video that I watched. Okay, the guy's video that I watched, like I can maybe try to set up an account before then, but I promise him for all this good and holy. The guy's video that I watched, I was like, there's no way you can make it to that many things or you can do that much in that time frame because there was so much on this calendar. Like there were things that were overlapping on this calendar. And I mean, like, not like, some people time block and they do like, from 1 to 5 is like writing time, and then they will put like what they're writing in there. No, these look like legitimate like meetings that then also had like things like brought in the middle. Like I'm just like, there was no way he could get all that done tomorrow on a week. And if he does, he's got to be one of the most productive people I've ever met. Or he's insane. Yes. Maybe not like you, Deidre, because we don't think you're insane. You're just optimistically ambitious. With a little bit of delusional attached. There we go. That sounds good. All right, guys. Go have a wonderful night. Enjoy yourself. And I will see you tomorrow. Again, 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Pacific. And then after that, I am going to take a break. And then we will be sprinting for PJs and Scribbles. So you guys get a lot of me tomorrow. Yay! That's so exciting. I think Alexa is trying to tell me that my package arrived from Amazon. I'm whispering so she doesn't start talking. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to go get my package and then I'm going to eat. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Or see you tomorrow.